May I now request Dr. Sam Petroda to kindly deliver his acceptance speech. Dr. Petroda.
Dignitaries on the dais, members of the Indore Management Association, leadership in the city of Indore, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is indeed a special privilege for me to be here in this city. This is my first visit to the city of Indore, and I am delighted to be here with you. I am overwhelmed with your hospitality, love, and affection. I came here last night, and I wish I had been here earlier. I want to thank organizers for this award. In a sense, I really don't belong anywhere. Born and raised in Orissa, of Gujarati parents, went to US, live there, work here. I'm not a businessman. I'm not a politician. I'm not a great scientist. I'm not an academician. So it is indeed nice that you recognize some of my work. I appreciate this award, and I accept this on behalf of lots and lots of friends and family members who helped me, worked with me, and in particular, I would like to mention that it was Rajiv Gandhi who provided the political will that we needed in early 80s to really launch a major program on telecom in India. Those were early days. Not many people could really understand the power of technology, software, IT, telecom. Everyone kept saying that you ought to really work on water and agriculture, rightfully so. My answer to them then was, I don't know any of that. The only thing I know is telecom, IT. So give me a chance. Rajiv Gandhi really believed in the idea and essentially became a partner in this journey. His total confidence, unconditional support was really critical in launching then, almost 25 years ago, when we had only 2 million telephones and it used to take 15 years to get telephone connection. Just in a very short span of time, 20, 25 years, now we have 500 million phones. We are adding 10 to 15 million a month, every month, month after month. Guarantee that we will have 800 million phones in next 2 to 3 years. And this particular growth has given India a great deal of confidence, respect in the global community, world recognition. Our own multinationals and $60 billion worth of export in software services every year, year after year. Not too long ago, we had just about $1 billion worth of foreign exchange reserve to pay for only 6 weeks of import. We have come a long way in this journey, but the fact still remains that these kinds of activities take long time. Knowing the subject that you have selected about transforming leadership ideas to icon, I thought I would take liberty and talk a little bit about leadership. It was good to hear Narendra Bhai. He was very generous with his remarks and compliments. I want him to know that we miss him here. And on behalf of all of us, I wish him speedy recovery, and I hope he will quickly meet his promise and be here with you all in the near future. My journey has been a very interesting journey. In the process, I have learned some lessons, and I want to share some of these with you with clear focus on just leadership. To me, leadership is all about creating a vision of the future that you want to implement. Leadership is also about ability to articulate this vision in small little pieces, communicate to a large number of people, and then break it up into piece of work. At the end, you got to be able to excite everybody, motivate, create a dream, and finally have the ability to put it together. There are all kinds of leaders: political leaders, social leaders, business leaders. They are all products of either their era, their experiences, their own ecosystem, defining moments in their life, challenges, and the problems they try to tackle. Bigger the problem, bigger the potential for a leader. Gandhi's leadership really freed billions from colonial past, and as a result, Gandhi was a different kind of a leader. Mandela, Martin Luther King, John Kennedy, and many, including Rajiv Gandhi, had their own aura, had their own style, and they were the product of lot of their own ecosystem. There are many styles for a leader: visionary leader, hero, pragmatic, tyrant, Hitler, organizers, father figure, strategist, liberator, analytical leader, intuitive leader, people's servant. Each one of these have their own little quality. It is hard to define a leader in many ways. Some of these leaders require a lot of qualities in one person. Just to give you an example: educated, experienced, energetic, ethical, moral, hardworking, sincere, concerned, committed, courageous, and the list can go on and on. The key is to make sure that one person has lots of these qualities. You can't say, I have 5, but I don't have other 15. Makes it difficult. So how do you build these kinds of qualities? I believe leadership is all about building self. What kind of a self you are ready to build? It is all within. Look at the kind of self Gandhiji could build over a period of time.